Our IT guy isn't just good with computers. He knows that good hip mobility equals less pain and more awesomeness. And when your job requires hours behind a desk working on making GMB's online platform Praxis amazing, tight hips aren't just uncomfortable, they slow you down. But not Gene. He's got 3 hip stretches that when performed for 1 minute each, make everything from coding to practicing BJJ and keeping up with his kids feel so much better. Now first off, we have the 90-90 hip switches. And these are great for improving hip rotation because whether you're untangling cables or troubleshooting code, mobility matters. Set your timer for 1 minute and go side to side. And here's the full tutorial for you. Let's practice moving from side to side from this 90-90 position. So, be sitting in this position with our legs at 90-degree angles. That's why I like to call it 90-90 position. Now, if your butt doesn't reach the floor, that's perfectly fine. Don't worry. This is going to be dependent upon your mobility. It's okay. You can still perform this movement. Now, in the beginning, for the first variation, I'm going to ask Chris to bring both hands down on the ground. All you're going to do, keeping your feet where they are, is simply lift the knees up and then drop to the opposite side. Don't move your feet at all. They stay right where they are. And Chris is going to return to the starting position. So this is the first variation. Both hands are behind you and you're using them for support as you simply bring your knees up and then drop them to the side. Now, once you're very comfortable with that, then you'll use one arm. Now, Chris will want to go from the left to the right. So he's going to start by using the right hand as support in order to help him to go to the right. From the right, then he'll switch, placing his left hand on the ground and then bring his knees up, moving to the left side. Once you have that down, then no hands. I suggest bring the hands in front. You can hold onto your hands, you can open your hands, it's really up to you. You will find that you might have to round your back slightly as you perform this, perfectly fine. Just remember to keep your feet on the ground, bring your knees up, nice and slow, going into this 90-90 position, and then return to the starting position. By the way, be sure to check out the description to get our free 15-minute full body mobility boost with a proven routine that's helped thousands of people hurt less and perform better. Now on to the next move. Butterfly stretches unlock inner hip tension. Less stiffness equals better posture and better focus. 1 minute is all you need. Here's the tutorial.
So Sarah is in a butterfly position. This first one, we're going to try and bring your heels as close as you can. So go ahead and bring your hands back behind you so that you can push your hips forward towards your heels. And then you're going to choose one side to start with where you're pushing down with one hand. And notice how Sarah is pushing herself away. So in this, when you do this, you want to think that you're opening the hip and you're spreading your knee away from your hip and away from your upper body. So you're leaning away as you push down into it. After about 5 repetitions, you're going to push and hold into a good stretch. Switch sides. So it's important to have that good stability with the hand that's on the ground. And it's important to feel like you are elongating, stretching your knee away from your hip. So don't be afraid to lean to the side as much as you want. Again, 5 repetitions. And then you sit and hold. Good 10, 15, even up to 30 seconds if you're comfortable.
Next up, we have the twisting bear for 1 minute, which opens up the hips and strengthens core stability. This is useful for everything, whether you're deep in a coding session or deep into guard recovery. Rose is going to demo this, show you here first, and I just want you to notice that all she's doing is setting up like the A-frame, performing the regular bear, but she twists her body. Okay, this is the twisting bear. Okay, now I'm going to have her go back and I'm going to talk you through this. So the setup is the same as all of our bears. Starting with the A-frame, she's going to bring one hand forward. Now, next up, when she brings her foot forward, She places it down so that the toes are facing forward. But what's going to happen now is both heels are going to drop to the ground. Keeping the back leg straight, she simply drops her hips, but I want you to also notice her shoulders over the hands. A lot of people tend to do this, end up with the shoulder traveling past the hands, or even sitting too far back. This angle is not what we want. So when you're performing this, you want to really focus on going slow, being aware of what's going on, making sure that the shoulders over the hand, your heels have dropped towards the floor, and that the back leg is straight. So Rose, one more time for me, please. Starting in this A-frame position, just like the regular bear, she brings one hand forward, the other foot comes forward, dropping the heels down towards the ground, hips drop, shoulder over the hand. Now Rose is going to go ahead and show us continuation of this to show how these work together. Twisting towards me, notice the back leg is straight. I'm going to ask her to do one more for me. She reaches the left hand forward this time, twisting down and bringing the hand in. Okay? One more thing I want to add to that, and then we're done. Rose, if you can come back for me. I just want you to notice this arm. A lot of people get a little confused about what to do with this arm. Just bring it slightly up off the ground. You can bend the arm a little bit if you want, doesn't matter. But try and keep your arm in front of you when you're performing the twisting bear. And when you move well, you work well. That's why our focus here in G&B is helping you live a better life through physical autonomy in work and play. And when it comes to living your life to the fullest, remember, better hips equals better everything. That's because when your hips feel good, life just flows, whether you're on the job or on the mat. And for Jean, these 3 stretches done 3 minutes a day make everything, work, life, and play, just feel better. Don't let a tight body keep you from living the life you want. This next video will help you out.